Hey guys, it's Andrea here from Crafter Support. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you a really cute, fun way to make jute pumpkins for Thanksgiving, fall, whatever, if you're just like pumpkins, and they're super cute. And we're just going to jump in and get started. So you only need a few things. You need jute. I got this at Joann, and it was like $3.99 for like this massive roll. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors. This is a faux cinnamon stick, so I bought these at Hobby Lobby. They were $4.99, I believe, and you got a big bag of them, and I just cut them down to size. If you don't have these, you can go out to your yard, pick up a little stick, and cut it down, and it will work perfectly fine. You also need a glue gun and some hot glue. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is a really easy project, but it looks super cute, like I said. So the first thing we're going to do is cut our jute, and I need a long piece. You might not need as long a piece as I use, but I have long nails, so I'm going to use a piece about 6 inches and put that aside because we're going to use that to tie up our little jute pumpkin. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to place your jute in between your 2 fingers and hold it with your thumb, and then you're going to wrap it 8 times. I found 8 was the best number. So we're going to go 1. So we're going to just count the first wrap as 1 full wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to trim it. So we're going to cut it, but we're going to hold on to it right here. And that's where we bring back this piece. And we're going to feed it through, and we're just going to tie a double knot. So you want to make sure you're getting the piece that you ended with and the piece that you started with in between this jute. Okay, so we're going to pull it tight. We're going to pull it tight again. And we're going to want to make between 6 and 8 of these to make sure that we have enough to go all the way around whatever stick or cinnamon strip that we're using. So I'm going to do another one. Again, I'm going to cut a piece about 6 inches. And again, you don't have to make yours 6 inches. I just need that amount. And then we're going to wrap it 8 times. And you can make these any size. You don't have to make them all small. I'm making napkin rings out of mine, so I need mine to be just a bit smaller, but I've made bigger ones. I'll show you guys as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trim and feed it through and tie it off. So while I'm doing this, my hot glue gun is getting hot, and I just have a piece of parchment paper underneath it in case it drips, because I don't have to try to get it off my mat. And we are going to make I'm going to make 4 or 5 more of these, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to put it all together, and I'll show you the bigger ones that I made as well. Okay, so now my hot glue gun's ready. I have all of these little jute rings made, and we actually have one more piece we need to make before we move on, so I'm going to show you that piece. Okay, so now we need to make a piece that's going to be big enough to be a napkin ring. So what I'm doing is using this time 3 fingers, and I'm doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to cut there, and then I'm going to give myself a big piece here and tie this one. This one I'm not going to make super duper tight when I tie it because I'm going to use hot glue and it will hold it in place. See, I missed my little spot here. Did you see that? Don't do that. Make sure it's inside. Remember I told you that? I lacked what I was supposed to do. Okay. Take two on this one. I left my little piece slip out. So now we're going to tie this into place. Okay. And I didn't tie it quite as tight, but it's still good. And I do need to check and make sure it's going to go over my fabric before I move on from here. Oh, for sure. That's perfect. Okay. That's going to work. Okay, so I'm just going to trim off my extras, just like with the other ones. And so I'm just going to set this one aside separately so I don't put it in with all of my pumpkin pieces. All right, so I apologize if you hear my dog in the background. A plane just flew over, and for whatever reason, she's weirded out by planes, like right now. Okay, so clean up our space. Like I said, if you don't have a cinnamon stick, I mean, sure, you can just cut a piece off about 1.5 inches of a twig from your yard. Sorry about that. A twig from your yard. And if it's a little edgy, just take like a fingernail file and sand the edges down if you don't have sandpaper. And you could do the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to hot glue our circle rounds onto the edge, onto the center, like the stems. I like using the cinnamon sticks. They smell so good, even though they're fake. They're just wood pieces that they bake with cinnamon and all the good smelling things on there. So the first thing we're going to do is, guys, I'm looking for a new hot glue gun. I'm just stressing about hot glue guns. This one drips so much. So Cricut has a new one out. I keep looking at the price. I'm just like, oh, it's a hot glue gun. Do I want to spend that much on a hot glue gun? I probably will. But for now, this is the one I got. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this into place. And at first you're going to be like, really? Really? But wait till you see what it looks like. Okay. Give that a minute to dry. Right, and then we're just going to put another line right here. And we're going to press it into place. Now remember, this jute twine, the reason we're using jute is it's stiff. I don't think this would work with yarn or a cording. I think you definitely need something that has a stiff, like, I don't know, is that a texture? A stiff, oh, I can't think of the word, but it has to be something that is stiff. And that's why I'm using the jute. All right, and then we're just going to go all the way around, and we're going to add these, keeping them close together so there's not a big gap or anything like that. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3. My dog is so funny out there. Okay, this is number 4. So at this size for me, for my 2 fingers, I think 5 is going to work well. Maybe not. I might have to add a 6th one just to kind of fill it, but I don't think so. So we're just going to keep holding and pressing it down. And then we're going to put our last one in. And we're going to press it into place. In order to keep this video rated PG, I had to bleep that out. Thank you for continuing to watch. That was really hot. Ugh. Okay. Moving on. Maybe if I can get it off of my finger. I don't know how I have fingerprints left, guys. I've had to have burned the majority of them off by now. All right, so let's clean up our hot glue mess that I didn't want to get on my mat to begin with. Oh well, we'll just move on from here. Okay, so now we have them all together. If you want to make it really full, you could add a 6th one. You know what? I'm actually going to add a 6th one because I want it to be super full. So I'm just going to separate it right here where you can see I did the last one. And I'm going to add hot glue. Try not to burn myself this time. And I'm going to stick this one right in here. And I'm going to hold it like this. Oh, that one was really bad, guys. Okay. Ouch, I did it again. Ouch. Ow, ow. Okay. All right, enough of that. All right, so here we have it. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that is our little pumpkin. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add it on to this napkin ring. So what you do is I had plenty of hot glue on mine to put hot glue on the bottom here. So I already had some, but I'm going to add a little bit more to keep it in place. And we're just going to give it a minute to dry, like the hot glue to dry. Ouch. I don't know if that's skin or hot glue. Oh my. All right, I'm going to use part of my stick to press it down into place so I don't burn myself again. So I'm just going to hold it down, pressing, because I want to make sure it's completely dry before I put it on my fabric to show you guys how it's going to work as a napkin ring. I'm sure you can obviously already figure out how to do it, but I want to show you how cute it is. Because at first when I seen them, I was like, ew, like what? How would that work? And then I was like, I'm going to try it anyways. So I'm going to let it finish drying. I'm going to pull off these extra little glue strings. I still feel like this needs to press down some more. So I think this is ready. So here's what it's going to look like. And guys, I got to get all this hot glue off of here. Okay, so now that our ring is glued on, we can take our fabric. Now this fabric I purchased last year at Joann, and the reason I used dark thread whenever I sewed this was because I was using it as a teaching example. My kids are homeschooled and they wanted to learn how to sew. And I decided to show them like they each picked out a fabric and I showed them with mine with a dark thread where normally you would get something that kind of blends in. So that's why my edges are dark. But the way I'm going to do it this year is I made the napkins for fall, my daughter made for Halloween, and my son made for Christmas. So all I'm going to do is lay it out, and there's all different ways you can do napkins, but I'm just going to pick it up from the center and just let it kind of fall into its own little piece. And then I'm just going to feed it through here. And I'm going to tuck it just like this. And then this is how it's going to lay on which actually I might need to turn it. Let me turn it around this way so it has a little bit better print, which I don't even mind the underside of it. But look how cute that is as a napkin ring, guys. I think it turned out so cute. I also made ones that just for decoration. I made this one, and all I did was wrap it around 3 fingers instead of the 2. And then I made this bigger one that I wrapped around all 4 fingers. So I just wrapped around all 4 fingers, and look how cute they are. I was really impressed with how it turned out. This was not my idea. I saw a picture of it on Pinterest, and I was like, well, that looks really easy to do. And so I wanted to make it for you guys. Again, if you don't have the cinnamon sticks, you can use real cinnamon sticks if you want to. But you can also get the wooden ones, or just go out to your yard, send little Joey outside to grab you a twig off of the ground, and you can make one with that too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to the holidays and spending time with family and friends and creating and crafting. And I'm hoping by the new year to have my craft space completely done. It's almost done. And when I say that, I mean like I almost have everything exactly where I want it. So now it's a matter of taking everything back off the walls that I put on the walls, marking all my holes, filling in all the holes that I need to fill in, repainting. I have an idea for wallpaper that I want to do. And yeah, so there's just a lot going on, but I'm hoping to have it completely done by the new year to share with you guys because I'm excited about the new year. Can you tell? I'm excited about the holidays, new year, all the new things coming and happening. And now, guys, I'm going to go get some ice on my burn because it blistered. And I think that's skin, not glue, left over. I have hot glue all over me. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.